wanted to put together a video that kind of reviews the whole process for you. As we discussed a lot of information at our initial consultations, I wanted to put together a video that kind of reviews the whole process for you so you have that to go back to and look at as you're considering all of your options. The next step would be for you to decide that you want to do something with your house, and that of course you would want to work with Cook Brothers on that, and we would sign what we call a design deposit agreement. Our initial deposit is $3,500, and it doesn't matter what part of the project you want to do. If we broke it down into multiple different components for you, don't worry about that. We'll wind up helping you make those decisions during the design phase. Once we've signed that design deposit agreement, we're going to lock in a start date for you so we know what we're working towards on our production schedule, and we're going to set up a measure meeting where we'll come out with our design team to take detailed measurements of the house. The first step is for us to build the house out on our CAD software so we know what we're starting with, and then we'll be able to show you virtual models of exactly what we're proposing to do. We can show you layouts, roof lines, window layouts, everything that'll help you decide what's right for you. We're going to be able to design as much or as little as you want, so we really need to get your feedback. We do all of our design work as a team format, so rather than getting one person's input on what your design should be, or one architect or one designer's view of your project, you're going to have multiple people looking at your project with Cook Brothers. We have some very talented in-house designers that have a lot of experience with residential remodeling. My production manager is going to be part of the design team so that when he gets the job into production, he knows why we've made certain decisions throughout the design phase. And then again, I'm going to be part of that design team as well, working with you. Having multiple people look at the project with our design team really minimizes the risk for you that we might overlook something or miss a detail or not come up with an idea that someone else might have come up with. You guys are the final members of our design team as we're designing this project for you, so we want to make sure we get your input, and it's a very iterative back and forth process where we'll take your feedback on what you like or don't like about the designs we put forward, and we'll incorporate that into a revised design package. The end result of our design phase is we want you to be able to look at a design package and say, yes, that's it. That's the project that I want. Now, during that design phase, we'll also help you with selection items, so everything from tile to toilets to shower valves and kitchen appliances. We'll help you choose those products so that we can then give you a firm fixed bid price based on the scope that we've developed and the products that you've looked at and want to use for your project. Once you've approved that final design and the firm fixed bid price for the project, we're going to collect a secondary deposit from you. It's called our additional deposit agreement. It's a $6,500 deposit, and that again brings the total deposit on the project up to $10,000. And that's applied 100% to the total cost of the project. We then develop the specifications in even more detail, which become the basis for our construction contract. Now, one of the things I feel we do better than anyone else within the industry are our construction contracts. What we do is we try to write a very detailed narrative format of exactly what we're going to do for you and how we're going to do it for you. So rather than giving you a 2 or 3 page set of plans and saying, oh, well, the contract's very sparse, saying that we're going to build your project approximately per the plans, there are things that we physically can't graphically represent on a set of plans, like how we're going to keep the job site secure, how we're going to clean up the job site, how we're going to protect your kids from the work area. So again, that detailed narrative format lines all these things out for you, so it really minimizes the chances for miscommunications. Our contract's going to start off with a payment schedule. If you remember, we use milestone payments, so as the work progresses, we'll collect payments from you, basically to generate a working cash flow for your project. We're not the type of company that's going to collect 1/3 of the money up front and then 1/3 of the money when we're halfway done, where you have to have a construction management degree to kind of figure out, well, are we 50% done, and how does that relate to 30% of the money that we've collected? So again, we want to create a working cash flow to build your project with your money. We'll also hold back some money for you at the end for 2 final payments for what we call retainage. That way you guys have some money to hold back to ensure that we're going to get in there and get finished up with your project on time. Once we've signed that contract, we're going to then develop more detailed drawings that we need to pull county permits. Cook Brothers handles all of those details, so you'll never have to deal with the county inspectors, with the plan reviewers, or any of that. Cook Brothers handles all that from start to finish for you. Once we get your job into production, we're going to have a project manager assigned to your job, and that's going to be a Cook Brothers employee that'll be assigned your job start to finish. and won't have another project assigned to them until your job is complete. That person will be a working foreman and will coordinate all the on-site resources as we need more carpenters on site, as the trades come onto the site. That one person will be there from start to finish. We also have a production manager who gets to every job site every day, and his job is to oversee all the projects once they're out in production. He'll be your main point of contact once the job gets started, and he's going to help keep you on track with schedules, when we need selection items made and finalized, and when we're going to have the trades on site. So if we need to do walkthroughs with you to lay out the lighting, or where switches go, or the HVAC, he's going to be the one to coordinate all that work with you and keep you on track so you guys can provide us the information that we need to keep the project on track. We're a little bit more proactive in how we manage our projects than probably some of the other companies that you might be talking to. And that really stems from our tight geographic service area. A lot of companies that have that level of production management, they may have one job here in Arlington, one in Fredericksburg, one in Gaithersburg. And that production management or that supervisor can't physically get to every job site every day. So that person winds up becoming very reactionary, going to whatever job site needs their help that day. We find that the purpose of having that level of production management is more to head off the problems before they arise. I'm also going to stay involved in your project from start to finish. One of the reasons we keep such a tight geographic location is that I can get to any one of our job sites from our office here probably within 10 to 15 minutes. A lot of companies, after you sign on that dotted line, you won't ever see the person you hired again. They're going to be halfway around the beltway trying to sell the next job. So as always, please feel free to reach out if you got any questions on any part of the process. I'm really looking forward to working with you guys.